Alright y'all, what I have here is a yardstick. I have a bunch of them right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a Wonder Woman sword out of it. So for starters, what I did is I took the yardstick and I measured it to probably about maybe, let me see, it was at least 26. I measured down to like 26 inches, coming from up to about right here. So from 36 to 26 up this way, that's about 10 inches. So I marked it off right here at 26. And what I did was I took some ice cream sticks and basically measured in the center to the length of the PVC pipe right here. And what I did was I took my Sharpie and just went down the edge like this. Then I traced down on the other side like that. See those two lines right there? And I took my wood burner and just cut it out at the length, the width of the PVC pipe right here. And what I did was I just took it and I just shoved it in here. Just shoved it in. And now what I'm gonna do is the same width and length as this. I might have to cut it short a little bit. These ice cream sticks right here, these little wood sticks right here, I'm gonna cut them really thin and shove it on the inside of here, right up in there like I'm doing right now. Just shove it in there. So this part right here will be solid and it won't break when someone swings it. So that's the purpose of that. But I'm gonna cut a little bit of it right here because it won't go on the inside of it no more. Because pipe's kind of full right there. So I'm just going ahead and cut this part right here. Alright, there we go. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same thing for the other side. And I'm gonna super glue these to make sure it has some sturdiness. You just use normal super glue for this. And I'm gonna do this on both sides. And we're going to take it from there. Alright, now that we got this part settled with the Wonder Woman sword, got the PVC pipe on here, I had to cut this piece off. So let me see, I think this piece is like 10 inches. Yeah, it's about 10 inches, the handle is. It's a PVC pipe. I put these two wooden ice cream sticks up in here, the giant kind you can get from Walmart in the bag. Stuffed it up in here, super glued it so it can give it some sturdiness when you swing it. And next, let me see, I had to make a template, the sword blade template, out of an acetate sheet. And I took this right here. This is a workout mat, a roll of it, a foam mat that you can use for working out. I got this from Academy, and what I did was I put this template on here and I just traced over it with my template. came out with these shapes. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grind the back of this to get this, you know, kind of glossy coat off of here so the contact cement will stick. I'm gonna take my Dremel, grind it all off. And what I will do next is I will glue this like this in the center of this, and I will connect them together like that. Glue them together, connect them together, and shape it up. Alright, now I've grinded down the back side of this foam here, and I've also traced over my yardstick sword piece right here so I can know exactly where to sit this at and keep it even. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take some super glue and I'm going to apply it on the foam so the wood can stick. I'm going to apply some on the wood and on the foam just so I can get some double action here so it can stick properly. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind the edges to make it look more blade-like and get it more even, because it's kind of rigid and crooked on the sides, and smooth out the edges a bit. And I'm doing my Dremel. Alright, now that I've got the symbols engraved in the sword that I've put in with my wood burner, I have different tips for my wood burner. I have a wood burner blade, and I have other weird looking tips, fine tips that goes on it. So this stuff is not hard to find. You can get it all at your art store or at Walmart. Just, you know, ask the clerks in the store. But these are the symbols on the sword so far. This is where I'm at with it. Still gotta do the other side, but this is the first part. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side, and then we're gonna work on adding the rest of the accents to the sword, the handle, and the two dragon or snake pieces or whatever it is. Look like dragons, but that's gonna go right here. We're gonna add that to that. We're gonna make the template for that. We're gonna add it on. Then we're gonna paint everything and detail it and see what the final product looks like. But so far, so good. All right. Now that I have the symbols engraved on the sword here, you can see clearly, and the PVC pipe attached down to the bottom. Next, I'm going to apply the top handle part of the sword. I made a template out of cardboard, and what I did was I just traced over it, transferred it over to the EVA foam, then I flipped it over like this and done the same thing, and I put both sides of the top part of the sword, the top handle part, on both ends right here. Twin tops, we're gonna call them twin tops. And I'm gonna take them, grind them down just a little bit, and I'm going to apply it to this part of the sword. Alright, now that I done grinded it down right here, I took my Dremel and just went around the edges like this and grinded down the other edges as well, and went in between the scale parts, the pointed parts on the back head of the dragon. Then I went into this part and I also hit it with the Dremel. You can do it however you want to. I had to drill down the loose ends, and I had to take the back piece right here and grind that down as well, to make it really rough instead of shiny, to get that coat off of there so it can stick better. And I put the hole right here for my LED light, give it a little bit of extraness. So this is what it's gonna look like. This is what it's gonna look like so far. It's gonna be like this. I'm gonna fix it up a bit, and I'm gonna have this part right here open, and I'm gonna put some Velcro right up in here around the edges. So therefore, if you want to take the light out, you can just unattach it and just pull it out. Alright, let's move to the next step. Alright, what I'm getting ready to do now is I'm getting ready to glue half this piece on here, and it's gonna go right here. So what I did was I laid this down on here, right here. I laid this down on here and traced over this edge part so I can know where to stick it at. And I took my Dremel and grinded it down in that area and put some glue on here and some glue on there. Well, contact cement, I'm sorry. I put some contact cement in here, on here and there, and on this part as well. And I'm gonna wait till it dry just a bit, just enough for it to stick, and then I'm just gonna paste it on. And then I'm gonna do the other side the same way, but only half of it, and leave the other half open for the Velcro. All right, let's get to it. All right, now that I got the Velcro in, I can now close in the gap. And it should look something like this. And I made a template out of cardboard for the accents detail for the dragon heads. So let's get that situated. I'm gonna use my Dremel to grind down the edges and get it all nice and clean and put some detail on it, and I'm gonna glue it to the top of the dragon head. I'm gonna do this for the whole thing, all 4 heads on the sword. All right, Now we got the details on the dragon's head right there. And I got my LED light hole right there. And I got the dragon's faces on the back as well. Alright, right here, I just took some contact cement and just put it on the spot where I wanted it at and put it on the strap right here. I had to create a strap from an extra piece of foam to close in this gap right here because it won't reach. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap it around like that and put some Velcro on the backhand side, probably right up in here, probably right up in there, and put some right here. I'm gonna cut it and just wrap it around, and that piece right there will be the rim piece for the bottom handle, so it can stay on, well, so it can stay concealed right here. Alright, now that I got this on, this handle on, I'm just gonna take some spare foam and just wrap it around this handle part. I did this with super glue. Super glue and foam, craft foam, sticks really well on a PVC pipe. So I'm gonna mend these together and let it dry. And this part right here is the LED light that I put it right here. And what I did was I used a coin battery. Where's my other LED light? Let me show you the LED lights that I used. This is the type of LED light that I used. This right here. I just bent the back part right here and just shoved it in this hole, and I attached a coin coin battery to it, to the wires, and just wrap tape around it. You could wrap a rubber band around it, or you could wrap tape around it, or you could just get some coin battery holders off Amazon. But I'm gonna roll with this today. Just stuff it up in here. Make sure it don't go nowhere. And just close it in. And there we go. Let me get this part situated right here. Wait a minute. Oh, hold up. Alright. Now we're just gonna let that dry. And so far, so good. I got all kinds of color LED lights in this bag. I just went with red for now because I'm always using blue, but it's got other colors in here: red, blue, yellow, then a white light. Alright, now that I got this part on, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use my contact cement, and I'm going to go over this part here. And let it stick on both sides. I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes until it gets sticky, because right now it's wet, so it's not going to stick. But when it gets to the point to where it starts getting sticky, after you let it sit, then you can just take it and just mend it together, and it comes out great. Alright, there it is. Nice. I just like to do my own style on stuff. So I love LED lights. Just want to do something different from what everybody else was doing. So this is where we at with it. Bam. Alright, next I took the bottom piece, made a template out of cardboard, transferred it to my craft foam, basically like I did before, just traced over it on some cardboard. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some contact cement all around the handle of the sword, and I'm going to glue these around the bottom part of the sword. Alright, next what I'm going to do is spray this whole sword with plastic dip so I can get it ready for painting. And again, the plastic dip is to keep the paint from soaking into the foam, and it'll give it a nice coat. So I'm going to spray it on here and let it dry up. We're going to start the painting process.